And good morning, Dominic Carter here with you. Talk Radio 77 WABC. Download the 77 WABC app. And coming up at 45 minutes past the hour, our Carter Cares segment. You may not like this. You may not like it. But Hochul did the right thing, at least for impacting New York State. New Yorkers under the age of 21 are no longer allowed to purchase semi-automatic rifles under a new law signed by Governor Kathy Hochul. That is one of the issues we will deal with. Mayor Adams is stating out loud what we all already know. And Adams is calling New York City's criminal justice system the laughingstock of our entire country. This morning, I'm also going to deal with two issues as it relates to the gay community. And one, in Major League Baseball, and I'm a supporter of gay rights, in Major League Baseball, it was dead wrong for a few players of the Tampa Bay Rays, their decision to not wear a rainbow-colored logo for the team's Pride Night on Saturday, saying that some of the players, that they declined because it was a faith-based decision. Come on, folks. You play for a professional sports team making millions of dollars, wear the logo, put the patch on your arm, and go out on the field and play the game. But issue number two this morning as it relates to the gay community, something I do not support. And I have transgender friends. Again, I support gay rights. I've even been to a few gay bars. I'm that secure in my own skin. But I do not support the fact that in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers have hired the first openly transgender cheerleader. Now, that move by the Carolina Panthers, it wouldn't stop me from going to a game of the Panthers, but I just don't know at this time in our country if that's sending the right message. I sort of feel like you're throwing this lifestyle at all of us. We're going to deal with surging gas prices and a lot of issues that we have on hand. But I'm going to start this morning by going directly to the telephone calls. 800-848-WABC, 800-848-9222. I'll start with Norman in Long Island. Good morning, Norman. What's on your mind?
Yes, Dominic. I tuned into your program last night, a little late, so I didn't hear your opening. But I understand that from listening to the other folks that your dog was diagnosed with diabetes.
Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Norman.
Yeah, and I had a diabetic dog. And I thought you might like to hear what we went through.
Well, it just has to be quick because we have a lot of calls. But Norman, let me just say this, and I only want to repeat this one time because it's a very emotional issue for me.
I understand.
Norman, I lost my dog at 3:00 today. Folks were so wonderful on last night's program, telling me places to go. near where I live so I wouldn't have to come all the way down to New York City, and that's exactly what I was going to do. But we woke up this morning. My dog was not doing well. He was near death this morning. Rushed him to the vet. The vet said there was no guarantees. He had to be hospitalized. The next couple of days would be hit or miss, and we would spend our last dime for our dog. But it turns out that he was diabetic and his sugar was coming down, but she also believes, the vet, that it may be some type of cancer. And so at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, the vet called us and told us to rush over because she didn't know how long he would last. And sure enough, when we got there, 15 seconds later, he was gone.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I didn't know. I was, not knowing that, I was just going to tell you.
Well, thank you.
The way we got through it, and I guess I was going to tell you how we gave her insulin every morning and
at night, right? Twice a day.
I think it was once a day.
Okay.
Her kids. And how I would go out. This was a few years ago when I was probably your age. And I would get up earlier in the morning than my wife, and I'd let her out in the backyard, and I would be behind her and catch her urine in a little bit of urine in a pan.
Right.
Come inside with a keto stick.
Oh, boy.
And measure it. And I would put a note for my wife how much insulin she would get, and my wife would come down and she would read my note and give her the shot. And we did that for about 5 years. She was 10 when she was diagnosed, and she had 5 more happy years. The both of us had 5 more happy years with her, and she was fine.
Wow.
So I just wanted to.
Well, thank you, Norman. Norman, I thank you for that. And right about now, I would give anything for 5 extra years, but it just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't in the cards. And my beloved dog is gone, and it's kind of tough at home. But thank you for the call, Norman. We're trying to deal with it on an emotional level. My wife and my son and even my daughter up in Rhode Island. And it's funny. It's funny how life works, folks. And then I'm going to get to my issues. And, we're going to move on. But so my daughter knew that I was very upset this afternoon, and she had a surprise for me. And she says, well, Dad, hopefully this will pick up your spirits. And she sent me a copy. I knew nothing about this, of a children's book that she's writing. She's writing her first book, and she sent me some of the illustrations. And so it was just happy to see that. And she I guess she knows her dad, my daughter, because she knew we were very upset. Her mom had been crying all morning, and she did something to pick up our spirits. But thank you, everyone, for asking about my dog. Let's get to the issues now, because there are a lot. I see that a lot of you folks want to talk about the baseball players, the Tampa Bay Rays, some declining to wear the gay pride patch on the side of their uniform this past weekend. And also the NFL has hired its first transgender cheerleader for the Carolina Panthers. And so we're going to get back to gun control and what's been done in New York. There's just a lot going on right now. And let's start with our second call. Let's go to Larry in Brooklyn. Good morning, Larry, and welcome to the Dominic Carter Show.
Good morning. First, I want to say that I went to yeshiva early on in life with the owner of the Tampa Bay Rays, Stu Sternberg. So
okay.
I just want to say shout out to Stu. Nice going, Stu. You remembered your roots. And as far as what you said, Dominic, You said I believe in gay rights. Well, good for you. But these Tampa Bay Rays, they believe in Christianity, so they got a right to do that. And I feel it was hypocritical of you to say that you don't agree with the cheerleader, the transgender cheerleader, but you're suggesting that the Tampa Bay Rays just go along with it because they're making a lot of money. Well, you say they're throwing a lifestyle at us with the cheerleaders, but they're throwing a curveball, okay, to use a pun, at these Tampa Bay Ray baseball players who believe in Christianity. To them, homosexuality, transgenderism is no more bizarre than homosexuality is. If you believe in God, it's all aberrational, it's all freakish, and it's all against nature and God.
Okay, so Larry,
hypocritical.
So Larry, so this is what my position was on Colin Kaepernick, okay? And it looks like he may, emphasis on may, be making a return to the NFL. We'll see. Who knows? As a backup quarterback. But my position on Mr. Kaepernick was that I said he had every right to protest should he decide to do so. I said, but for me, on a personal level, I believe in being professional. You're making millions of dollars as an athlete. You don't take a knee. There are other ways to protest. You don't do anything to embarrass the team, and that's my philosophy. And to these Tampa Bay baseball players, they embarrassed the team. What is so wrong, Larry, with just wearing a little patch on the shoulder of your uniform? You're making millions of dollars, and you can't go along with Pride Night for one night? And so where am I being hypocritical, Larry?
Dominic, would you ask the same question to the baker in Colorado who refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple, and his case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and he won? Would you ask the same question to him? Okay, and by the way, also, this cheerleader stuff, you know that all the eyes of the people, if this goes through, are going to be on the male cheerleader to see what he's packing underneath that dress, and they're going to ignore all those beautiful female cheerleaders. Do you think anybody gives a damn about that? Hell no. All they care is about being politically correct. Well, my eyes will be on the cheerleaders, the female cheerleaders, believe me.
Hey, Larry, I thank you for the call. I don't think that the fans will, in your words, be looking at the quote-unquote male cheerleader, and he won't be dressed as a male. He's transgender, and I don't think anybody's going to be going to an NFL game paying hundreds of dollars to look under the cheerleading panties to see if he has a male part there. I mean, that's just sick. I'm sorry, Larry, that is just sick. Let's go to Russell. Russell in White Plains, I believe. Good morning to you, Russell. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Thanks, Dominic.
Wait, Russell, your phone line, please call us back. There's tremendous static in your phone line, and we can't take the call right now. Let's go to Devin in Yonkers. Good morning, Devin. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Thanks, Dominic. My condolences for the loss of your dog. That's just terrible.
Thank you.
I'm a lesbian. I'm conservative. I'm an anomaly in my community. I personally think that anybody should be able to stand behind whatever they want to stand behind, even if it's to say that I'm an abomination, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a religious person, but I do 100% believe in God, and I believe God is love, and I know that God loves me just like he loves you. But I do not think for a second that, we need to be forcing ourselves in people's faces with the, goal to make folks feel uncomfortable. And, just get over yourself. Like, I could care less. Being gay is one small part of who I am. And I don't think there needs to be a heterosexual pride parade, and I don't think there needs to be a gay pride parade. I think the more we obsess on what sets us apart and what makes us unique, the less we come together. And as far as the transgender issue, I have issues with that as a woman. I think it's erasing womanhood. And I suggest strongly, if I may, I don't know if I'm able to say, but Matt Walsh's documentary of What is a Woman, I just watched it last night, and it was absolutely incredible. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there, just to say that not all of us LGBT people are, in your face.
Mm-hmm.